Hi, it's Mrs. Dowd. Cause and effect, cause and effect. Because something happens, there's always an effect. The cause, because I wanted something cold to drink. The effect, this is what happened. I went to Dairy Queen to get a milkshake. The cause, because it was my mom's birthday. The effect, this is what happened. I threw her a surprise party. Laura Numeroff is one of my favorite authors. If you've ever read one of her books that start with the words, if you give, you are reading a cause and effect story. If you give a mouse a cookie, if you give a pig a pancake, if you give a moose a muffin. In all of these stories, you hear the same theme. Because you did this, this is what happened. If you give a mouse a cookie, then he will want a glass of milk. If you give a pig a pancake, then she will want maple syrup. If you give a moose a muffin, then he will want some jam. For today's writing assignment, we are going to write new book suggestions for Laura Numeroff's If You Give series. Here's how we'll do it. First, click the link to watch one of her stories. Now it's your turn. What ideas do you have for this author? Don't plagiarize any of her titles. Think of your own. These would be some of my suggestions. As always, I want to make sure that I start my sentence with a capital letter. So we're going to start each of these sentences with if you give. So, thinking about a character, I'm going to say if you give a bird a nest, you'll need to put a comma after you tell me what you're giving your character. Now, what will that bird want to do? She will want to lay an egg. I've got my period. As I do my check to see if this makes sense and sounds right, I'll just read it. If you give a bird a nest, there's my comma, she will want to lay an egg. Let me try one more. If you give a pilot a plane, comma, don't forget that comma after you tell me what you're giving your character. He will want to fly it to Florida. Again, I check for my capital letter. I have my period because I've written a statement. If you give a pilot a plane, there's my comma, he will want to fly it to Florida. I'm sure you don't have this sheet. You can easily just take a plain sheet of paper, your title, news story ideas for Laura Joffe Numeroff, and just write your titles. What would you have? If you give a blank, put your comma, he or she will want to what? Pretty easy. You're just following that simple format. Let me just share one of my students' work with you. If you give a kid a ball, she will want to throw it. If you give a boy a bike, he will want to ride it. If you give a cat a lap, he will want to take a nap. If you give my mom a flower, she will want to hug you. If you give Mrs. Dowd a book, she will want to read it. And I'm hoping if I give you a pencil, you will want to write your very own cause and effect story. Good luck.